and welcome to the third tutorial of our GMenu. In this video we are going to move on and we are going to learn new things. But before we move, our program as you can see grows and we need to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to create another function, static void create. I'm going to say create file menu, and here we need the GMenu, let's say main menu, and the const gchar const menu name. Now let us create a file menu, which means we need a file menu. I'm going to drop it here. Of course we need its creation as well. And now the next thing which we need these four things right here, so I'm going to cut them, and the next thing which we need this one, and now instead of file here will be the menu name, file menu name, and then last thing which we need g object unref file menu. I forgot to unref them here. I did only for the menu but not for the edit and the file menu. Okay, whatever, just remember you need to unref it. Now let's see if everything works fine. What do we have? We created a function. In this function basically we pass the main menu and the name. We create a file menu inside this function, and with the help of this file menu we basically can create 4 items, which we put those 4 items inside the file menu, and then with the help of the GMenu append submenu we put the file menu inside the main menu, not menu, inside the main menu. Whoop, with a given name, and then we call gobject unref. So now let us create a file menu just to be much more interesting. Right here, create the file menu, and what do we need? We need a menu and we need a name, which is file. Now if everything is fine, let's see, let me compile it and run it. It should work fine. And yes, indeed works fine, which means we can create also the edit menu at this point. So it will be edit menu, which is edit. Now let us create that one. I'm going to copy this one right here. Instead of file we need edit as well right here. And of course I'm going to cut these things right here, and I'm going to throw them here. So what do we have? At this point we are creating an edit menu. Once that we created that, we put all those 3 items inside it, and then we put the edit menu inside the main menu with a given name, and at last thing we are dropping its reference. At this point I can remove this one because we don't need it anymore. Everything happens here inside the create menu, and let me compile it and run and see if everything works fine. Edit menu, we don't need it anymore. I forgot this one to drop it. So these things are not needed. At this point we need only the menu, and with the help of create file menu function we create the menu with the name file, and we create the menu with the name edit. Now let me compile it and run it again and see if everything works fine. And as you can see, everything works fine and looks good. Okay, the next thing, better said, the next function which I'm going to introduce you, it is called let me see set attribute right here. sets or unsets an attribute on a menu item. So in other words, the attribute to set or unset is specified by the attribute. So this can be done of the standard attributes name, GMenu attribute label, action, or target. Or custom attributes name goes as well. So in other words, let's see. If we call this function, and let me see, in the item inside here, I'm going to declare another const gchar const attribute, I'm going to call it. And now here, with the help of an if statement, I'm going to say if attribute, then GMenu set attribute should be called. At this point, I'm going to say the item. The first one is the item. Let me go back. The second one, it is the attribute to set, and the next one, it will be a G variant format string or a null. Okay, so in other words, what do we need? Let's say I'm going to say GMenu attribute action, and what do we have? All of them right here. We have action namespace, target, label, icon, section, submenu, and so on. And you know what? I'm going to say icon. Okay, icon, and the next one, it will be the name which we need to provide it. So in this case will be the attribute, and let's say null because we are done with it. And now we need this attribute. So for this, first thing first, we need to make some changes here, which means we need to pass null first for everything we were creating here. This is very important. You will see why in a minute. Okay, null. Now everything looks fine. Let me compile it and run and see if everything compiles fine. Yes, everything works fine. Now we basically can create it. So I'm going to say document new. Nope, not here. Sorry. Document new, document open, document save, and so document open, document save, and application exit. Now if everything is fine, it should put those icons. Nope, I made a mistake. Let's see. If we have an attribute, then use it. If not, don't use it. So we do have an attribute. Why is not working? GMenu set attribute. So inside this item, we set a menu attribute icon with the attribute here, and then in the create menu item, we are saying that we need a document new, which means something goes wrong. Let me see. Let me check something. GTK 3 icon browser document new. And what did I call it here? Document. Everything should be fine. Strange, isn't it? Let me try again. Document new. Document is not a valid GVariant format string. Really? Why is that? That's quite strange, isn't it? Oh yes, sorry guys, let me see. GMenu item set attribute says in it's a menu item, the attribute and the format string. I forgot the format string, sorry, my bad. Which means is S. Oh man. Sorry guys, my bad. Now I know. now it should work fine. As you can see, those icons, they are right here, and those icons are working fine. Now the next thing, which you know what, I'm going to say icon here, you will see in a second why, because I want to introduce something else as well. So let me copy this one, create another if statement, and I'm going to say if you know what, I'm going to say, oh, not there, why is happening all the time, if arc-shell, and I'm going to create a new one, Excel, which is a target, Excel. Now let's see if everything works fine. We need to create the Excel, so the first thing which we need to pass null again. So this is the next thing which we are going to change, just to be sure that everything works fine, and then we'll see later. So let me compile it and run it for a second. Attribute icon null. What do we have right here right now? Again, attribute, yes, because we changed it to icon, of course. So now let's see if compiles. Now everything compiles fine. Now let us create basically that target, and the target will be now for document new, we're going to say Control N. Now let's see. It doesn't work, which means the target is the wrong one. Let me see. Let me put the accelerate right now. Yes, the actual. Okay, so I messed a little bit things, whatever. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, which will be, now we need the O. The next one will be the S for save, and let's say Q from quit. The next thing goes here, which will be Control C for copy, Control X for cut, and Control V for paste. Let me compile it and run it again and see if everything works fine now. Like I said, now yes, it's working fine. Like I said in the last in the first video, I do have some problem with explaining these kind of things, because I'm not 100% sure everything how it's working, but I know when I need to do something, how I need to do it. So sorry guys if I'm messing a little bit of things here, but as you can see, we succeed to create these two menus with icons, names and targets, accelerate and so on. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.